SYD BARRETT, Octopus. So this is the kind of the lead single, I guess if you could call it that, from his solo project, The Madcap Laughs. And for those of you that don't know, SYD BARRETT is one of the original founding members of Pink Floyd. He was their primary songwriter, and he was kind of the front man for the band originally. A lot of their later sound and kind of just the way that the kind of the career path of the band altogether, the way that things went can be attributed to Syd and his early contributions. I recently watched the doc, Understanding SYD BARRETT. You guys check that out. It's up on my channel if you haven't already. And it really shed some light onto, you know, kind of the tragedy behind just how everything went down. And I was encouraged by, well, they identified a lot of his music that I was not aware of, and also some early Pink Floyd cuts that I want to check out as well. But I've also been encouraged by, you know, some viewers in the comments to really take some time to check out some of his solo work. So if I'm not mistaken, The Madcap Laughs is his first project, you know, when he went solo, and there was another project called Barrett, I believe. What the doc said was that Barrett was not as well received because it was more of it was less experimental and more of your typical folk music that you would have heard at the time, whereas The Madcap Laughs really touches on a lot of the psychedelic elements that he actually kind of brought to the group and kind of helped to usher in that era for Pink Floyd. So anyway, I've given enough background information. If you want to learn the whole story, make sure you check out Understanding SYD BARRETT on my channel. You can also check out the original video. I have it linked out there as well. But I really want to get into the music. You know, this is the whole reason why we're doing any of this, and these are honestly my favorite videos and my favorite segments to do. So with all that being said, this is Octopus by SYD BARRETT. Let's tap in.
Tracked by scattered needles, little mini gun coughs and clears his throat. Madam, you see before you
it's like the chords and the instrumentation are so, you know, happy sounding, but the lyrics are a little dark and, you know, kind of weird from what I can make out. At least I wish I had them. You know, maybe I can look them up on my phone really quickly so I can read along with this. You know, as it plays, because understanding this is really important to me. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. Octopus, SYD BARRETT, lyrics. Here we go. All right, let's do it. Start it over.
Madam, you see before you stand. Hey, oh, never be still. The old original favorite grand. Grasshoppers, green Bavarian band, and the tune they play is an Askin pie. So trip to.
You know what? The songwriter reminds me a little bit of some of Nirvana's later stuff right before Kurt Cobain passed. You know, where the lyrics seemed almost whimsical in a sense, but I don't know if this is true of Syd, but I know for Kurt Cobain, what I've read and, you know, kind of heard is that kind of shed a light on his mental state at the time and how he had kind of already, like, he didn't really care about a lot of things, allegedly. You know, I have to do some more research on that, but it's just reminding me of that.
Hey, oh, never be still. The old original favorite grand. Grasshoppers, green Bavarian band, and the tune they play is an Askin pie.
Okay. Hmm.
Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride.
I wonder what that means.
The madcap laughed at the man on the border. Hey ho, up the toilet. Winds ain't blue and the least it white. They'll never put me in their bag. The seas will read and always see. As high you go, so low you creep. The wind it blows in tropical heat. The drones they throng on mossy seats. The squeaking door will always creak. To up to down will never meet. So merrily trip and go my side. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride.
I don't know if the transition was like a 3/4 or a 2/4 bar. I just know it keeps throwing me off. Is that the end? Oh man. Okay. So I'm looking at the lyrics to follow along with it, and I reached the end of this a couple of times. Maybe they just didn't do it correctly, whoever did this. So it repeated and then it jumped back to the middle, but there's a lot of references in there that I don't really understand. Musically, I love it. I love psychedelic music, but I don't know if it's, how I said earlier in the video, I don't know if it's like a Kurt Cobain kind of thing where he is, saying things that may not necessarily make sense, or maybe if they're just references I don't understand due to it being 2022. I think this came out in like 68, 69. I'm not really sure, man, but I mean, that was a great ride. I really got to do more research so I can understand, when he says things like was cracked by scattered needles, the little minute gone, coughs and clears his throat. We can always assume the worst, and think that he might be referring to drugs or something like that, especially given the way that things went and just kind of the times. But I really don't know. I wish he was still around, to ask, but hopefully there's maybe an interview or something like that, where it could shed a little bit more light on, the meaning behind his lyrics, because I get the feeling that the lyrics are where the true, kind of meat of this is. So anyway, man, that's enough analysis. So I I appreciate you guys watching this with me. Love Octopus by SYD Barrett. I definitely want to check out more, probably from this album, specifically the Madcap Laughs, because it's my understanding that Barrett wasn't as creative, I guess. I hate to use a phrase like that, but it wasn't as experimental. So who knows what the thought process was behind that. Definitely more research is warranted. Appreciate you guys, still rocking with me after all of this time. And I'm looking forward to getting into some more new music and really taking the time to delve into the stories and the history behind it. So if you haven't seen Understanding SYD Barrett, make sure you check that out. And I can't wait to see you guys on my next video.